Welcome back in the next step of resurrecting this 82, 83 Kawasaki 750 limited L version. Now, before I tell you where we stand, because you're probably wondering why I haven't made my first ride yet on this bike. First of all, let me ask you, do you have any idea what these parts are? Have a good look, and then you know where the bike stands at the moment. So what actually happened, everything was reinstalled and I took the bike for a quick ride, and cylinder 1, the exhaust side, and also number 3 were leaking oil and into the exhaust, and I had a lot of clouds of white smoke. So I thought, you know, put it back in the shed and let's start tearing this engine apart. Now this time I've chosen to do that while the engine is still in the frame. Up till now I've only showed you how I've done it by pulling the engine out of the frame, only I really didn't want to pull this engine again. So now I'm going to actually follow a few of your advice and do it while the engine is still in the frame. As you can see, I already removed the valve cover. And now going down slowly, removing the bolts, all in the reversed order of actually installing the engine. So I have my manual here in place, so I know actually every bolt to loosen that in reverse. And it's opposite, of course, when you put it back together and torque down the bolts. Now there was something interesting going on here. While removing the inside bolts, now those are over here, all the way down in here, and the other one, the inside one, is all the way down in there. So when you remove it, you need a 12 mil socket, and make sure you put something in there so you don't lose your bolt when you try to pull it out and you lose it in the engine. But the interesting thing is that both of these inside bolts were loose. They weren't even tightened. They were just loose in the cylinder block. So I'm going to remove the rest of these nuts, 4 still to go on this side, 4 on the other side. Of course, taking into account again the reverse order of torquing them down, the reverse order is taking it apart. And I have, for the meantime, put up the cam chain, tightened it, so I have enough space to pick up the engine, the cylinder block, to the frame, and then put the cam chain up front and take off the cylinder block, because I think I have leaking valves, 2 of them. So I'm going to take out the valves, I'll show you all that again, and change the valves. So that's it. So it's going to take a little bit longer to take a first ride, which I'd like to show you. So look forward to a next video. Goodbye.